I don't know shit about this thing. I'm gonna own a barbershop and I don't know nothing about the equipment up in here. Man, whatever, we're just gonna roll with it. Yo, so let's talk about the pitfalls of dropshipping that nobody wants to tell you about. They're a doozy. They're a whopper of a doozy whopper. You know, kind of like this.
What's up, guys? This is 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗏, and you have reached the Roughnecks Ecom channel. If you want to learn how to make money online or offline, then you need to be right here. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. I'm also an honorably discharged Air Force veteran. Graduated from Penn State and started a career as a software engineer and leveraged that to build my businesses. If you guys have any questions on how to make money, you're going to find all your answers right here, so stay tuned.
So let's talk about the dangers of drop shipping. And doesn't matter whether you're drop shipping on Amazon, eBay, Shopify, whatever it is, let's just get into it. Now, this is primarily going to be about drop shipping on Amazon, but there are also issues when it comes to the other platforms, and we're going to get into those as well. Now, a lot of the gurus who are selling you courses, mentorship, coaching, stuff like that, they're not going to tell you about all the negatives. And I know you guys who are loyal to the channel, who have liked, commented, and subscribed already, you guys know I talk about a lot of the bad things that can happen when it comes to e-commerce and also the good things, but I try to keep it real with you guys over here on this channel. So when it comes to dropshipping on Amazon, the biggest issue is going to be suspensions. And yes, like pretty much every Amazon seller at some point in their career will be suspended. It's not necessarily going to be drop shipping related. It could be just for a customer issue, but drop shipping does make it more likely that you're going to have a customer complaint. And that's just because you are not in control of the supplier's shipping times. You're not in control of how they deliver things, if it arrives broken, all types of stuff. When you're doing FBA, Amazon is on the hook for that. They handle all the customer service, they handle all the picking, packing, the logistics, all that stuff. When it comes to drop shipping, you are on the hook no matter what. Doesn't matter if your supplier screws up, you are the person that is going to get yelled at. You're the person that the customer is going to hate. You're the person that the customer wants to essentially punch in the teeth, and that's just what it is, guys. There's no way around it, and you will get suspended. You're never going to be 100% in the clear. For the most part, you're going to do your day-to-day, live your day-to-day existence and not worry about it. But being suspended does happen, and it's something that you need to be aware of, and it's something that these other guys aren't going to tell you about, because if they told you that you would get suspended and potentially be suspended for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, maybe even a whole year, if not longer, you think they would sell as many courses? No! Hell no, they ain't gonna sell that many courses if you guys knew the truth. Do you want to get into a business venture where you're gonna be suspended for a hot minute? No, most people wouldn't be. I've been suspended my own damn self, and I'm perfectly okay with that. But it is what it is. So that's something that you should be aware of. You will get suspended. That's just kind of how it goes. And when you're suspended, other things happen, especially on Amazon. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about this, because man, this is really going to get your goat. It's going to grab you right by the jellies. Let's go. All right. So let's go ahead and let us talk about the other dangers of being suspended when it comes to the Amazon platform. And like I said, we'll get to the other platforms in a second, but Amazon is kind of a doozy when you get suspended, because they will hold your money for 90 days or longer. So let's say you get suspended and you got, $35,000 in reserve. $35,000 is a lot of money for anybody, especially for me. That's a whole lot of money. And guess what? Amazon's gonna hold that balance for 90 days, or in some cases until you get suspended, depending on what you get suspended for. So if you get suspended for counterfeit, stuff, maybe twice, 2 or 3 times, like they're not going to hold your money for just 90 days. Like they're going to hold this stuff indefinitely. You'll probably have to go to arbitration, or you'll have to get unsuspended. Like it's just this whole pain in the ass, right? So you need to be extremely careful when it comes to picking your platform. Amazon is probably the best way to go when it comes to the drop shipping space, because it's pretty much unlimited free traffic. But those downsides, especially when it comes to being suspended and them holding your money, will detract a lot of people who are kind of fly-by-night e-com, sellers. Like they're really not in it for the long haul. They're not trying to do things properly. They're essentially just not giving, 2 craps about much of anything. So There's also a few other things that come with the territory when it comes to Amazon. If you're going to be doing, retail arbitrage drop shipping, you need to make sure that you have really good suppliers, and sometimes the suppliers don't ship things in time, and your metrics can suffer. And there's just all types of things that come along with your metrics suffering, which could lead to a suspension, and that's not or customers complaining, and then you having to give refunds and all this other stuff. And that's just a very real just scenario. I mean, it's reality for selling on Amazon, guys. At least when you're drop shipping. Now, when you're doing FBA, you don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff. I mean, the reviews, sure, but you guys have to deal with so much more when you're actively drop shipping on the Amazon platform, just because Amazon is customer centric. They focus more on the customer than they do the actual seller, which is why the seller is pretty much always right when it comes to the selling experience. So getting suspended, having that money tied up, bad reviews, which in turn could ruin your chance of getting the buy box as frequently, as well as lead to a suspension. You'll get more A to Z claims. You'll obviously be giving up more refunds because of that. The margins are going to be lower. I mean, there's so many things. The margins are probably going to be the biggest thing when it comes to drop shipping on Amazon, unless you're doing private label drop shipping, which is, if you guys check my channel, I have a ton of content on it. It's kind of something that I pioneered here on YouTube. So if you look up Amazon private label drop shipping, this mug right here is going to drop up more often than not. So you're essentially doing everything you would do for FBA minus the actual FBA part. And the margins are higher, but it takes more time. So you're going to be putting in a lot more effort, doing more stringent product research. There's just so many things that need to be done properly in order for you to make money with that particular method. And a lot of people don't want to put in that time. So those are some of the dangers of just drop shipping on Amazon. But now we can actually talk about the other platforms and why you need to be just as careful when it comes to drop shipping on those platforms. Ready? Let's go. Teleport. Oh snap, we gotta shoot a video. Oh damn. All right, so let's go. We gotta finish this up. Now, I know drop shipping is not the most exciting topic, but we gotta talk about it. So some of the dangers of drop shipping on the other platforms like Shopify really boil down to the payment processes that you're gonna be using. So let's say you get a lot of complaints, you get a lot of returns, and a good chunk of the people that have purchased are using PayPal. Well, PayPal will shut you down altogether. They will ban your PayPal account. Usually first what they'll do is suspend your PayPal account until you get things under control. And then if you still suck, they're gonna ban it. So people drop shipping from AliExpress and not doing their due diligence, vetting suppliers, they run into a lot of issues where, yeah, you'll get a ton of sales and then all of that has to trickle back because now you're getting a bunch of broken products or products that don't get delivered or just so many different problems. If you're using the Shopify payments, I think they have a juncture with Stripe. They will shut you down altogether. They will shut your Shopify store down if you're getting a lot of complaints and a lot of returns, chargebacks, stuff like that. So essentially, your business can just be thrown away in a blink of an eye, and then you have to start over from scratch, or you have to find a third-party payment processor, which the fees could be even higher. It can tend to be a pain in that regard. Okay, so you have to be very careful when it comes to drop shipping on Shopify, and you want to do things properly. You don't want to take, you don't want to spend all this time building out a good website, building up a good brand, and then getting shut down, which more often than not, if you're taking the time to build out a proper website and build up an actual brand and a strategy and a story behind said brand, you're probably not going to have too many problems. More often than not, you're just not, because you're going to do everything properly. But it's the people that are flying by night who are jumping on the debut theme or Brooklyn or whatever and just throwing a bunch of products up there hoping for the best. Those are the guys that generally get shut down if they haven't quit because they haven't made any money. So there's that. Also, if you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed by now, you should do so. Now let's talk about eBay. With eBay, it's something similar. You can get banned on eBay where your account is essentially just done. So getting permabanned on eBay isn't something that happens all the time, but if you guys know anything about what's been going on as of, I can't say as of late, but over the last year or so with the MCO11s, people were getting hit when they were, for drop shipping on eBay. Now like wholesale drop shipping is kind of the way to go, but you essentially could lose your business overnight where eBay asks for some form of verification for like, hey, who's your supplier? Where are these products coming from? All of this other stuff. So people were getting hit with the MCO11s. They were having to spin up all these different eBay accounts, and it just wasn't a good look or a good time for a lot of people. So, you need to be more mindful when it comes to selling on eBay. So to kind of get around that, you essentially start with wholesale drop shipping. So you have legit suppliers and invoices, and then you in turn will move to the retail arbitrage style of drop shipping through like Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, places like that. You just got to be very, very careful. You don't want your business to falter, but that's kind of what happens in the beginning, because they want to verify that you're going to create a good customer experience. Because you got to remember, these platforms are all about the end customer. They're not necessarily about the seller. Like, yes, they want sellers on their platform, but not at the expense of their brand image. So, just keep that in mind. Be very careful when you guys are drop shipping, and keep these little things at the forefront, these little scare tactics, because it'll make you a better seller overall. All right, I promise you it will. You'll be more inclined to do the right thing for your customers, and you'll try not to cut as many corners when it comes to making a quick buck. So hopefully this has been informative, guys. Check out the links below in the description. There's free trials to a lot of different software that I use in my drop shipping stores. You guys can follow me on social media. I'm always posting up tons of content there on Instagram, Facebook as well. That being said, man, be safe, be smart. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. I'm about to get me some Z's, all right? I'm tired. All this drop shipping stuff done wore me out. Peace.